It is 9 o'clock and good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. An extended Easter weekend today for part of the Rochester School District.
While students might have enjoyed having an extra day off, the reason behind it is because of a possible cyber attack on their network. Cornell Wright in studio with more in our 9 o'clock top story tonight. Cordell.
Good evening, Brian and Andrea. According to the school district's website, they detected unusual activity on their network on Thursday. This prompted them to shut down almost all of the core technology systems.
A cyber breach is a significant event in any organization, and unfortunately it happens to most organizations have had an attempted breach.
One question that stands out is, why would scammers want to target a school district?
They have a lot of information on a lot of people. Typically, school districts have a large number of employees. There's a lot of sensitive information that you can pull, whether that's their name, their address, social security number.
Jesse Schmidt with the Better Business Bureau explains what can happen once scammers gain access.
They can create identity theft for those employees. They can hope to access other organizations through your organization, and we've seen that happen quite often. So it's not surprising this school would be targeted, unfortunately.
This is the time of year that many people clean their homes, but Schmidt says both organizations and individuals should also be doing spring cleaning on their devices.
Clear out your stockpiles. If you don't need an app, if you have old software on your system, you don't want to leave those things in place if you're no longer using them.
That includes old emails.
Delete it out of your deleted. If there is a malicious piece of data in there, oftentimes that's a way they can work their way back in through your system.
And just like with your normal spring cleaning, you want to properly dispose of items you don't use anymore.
Clear everything off of those, take them to recyclers that specialize in recycling these sorts of materials, whether that's laptops, tablets, anything that could have sensitive information on it.
The Rochester School District is hoping to bring students back tomorrow, but classes could look very different as teachers may need to operate with no technology systems.